only got all 4 tires with air in them. A couple wheels are that one. Both rear wheels are torched out center wheels, so they fit. Front wheels are still stock wheels because we had one junk wheel, and we got one there that we gotta try to sandblast or something, see if we can clean it up. But yeah, 55 Buick Century. So we'll have to get it off the bed tomorrow, and we'll go from there what we can find out on it. Alright, well, I got the rollback fired up, and we're gonna see about putting this thing on the lift and see what we can figure out on this car, see what we're working with. So yeah, I'm gonna try to set up maybe a time lapse. It takes a couple minutes to get this thing all lined up in here and off the truck with the lift, so let's maybe set up a time lapse camera and see what we get. Well, for all those wondering what a 55 Buick looks like way up in the air, there you go. Honestly, not bad considering I'm in Minnesota, obviously, and this is a Minnesota car as far as we know. So yeah, I'll show you when I bring it back down. We got that whole fiasco there, mouse, rat nest, whatever the heck it is. That's lovely, but whatever. We got a little bit of rot in the rockers, a little bit of floor rot right there, you know, the floor. That doesn't surprise me one bit. There's the master cylinder. But you know, the floor is actually really good. It's literally just the front floor pans. That's the only place I see rot in the floor. The exhaust is, well, obviously custom. But yeah, no, so it's really good. I'm impressed for being a 55. Sorry, the video work on this is probably terrible, but I'm staggered. Really am. X-frame car, if you guys didn't know. My dad knew that right off the bat before we even looked at it. Oh yeah, X-frame car, which is pretty cool, I think, because you know, this is when he was a kid. This is around the road. So yeah, I'm gonna clean that mouse nest out, and then I'll drop it down and show you what's left of the interior. Alright, so here's the thing I thought interesting with this car is, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but we look right there. I don't know how well you can read that, but the odometer says 15,723, I believe. So if that's accurate, which based on pedal wear, I'd say it probably is. This car's only got 15,000 miles on it, just shy of 16. So yeah, that's interesting. I have a potential theory on why it only has that many miles, but I'll show you in a minute. Alright, I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear this, but here, down there, where the air nozzle is the dipstick tube. And previous owner had mentioned, the guy we got it from said that there's something with a piston. Yeah, there's air coming out of this hole. Yep. So I'm gonna pull the head. We'll see what we can find. Hey, Moxie.
Yeah, there are a few things that were done a little differently.
Yep. But
Well, you'd follow that center wire would lead to your coil. Missing. Yeah, that.
Somebody at some
I
point.
mean, you can get coils with a resistor built in.
Yeah. Probably a little bit simpler to work with.
Simpler. I remember going to well, I was coming home from work and going across the old Bloomington Ferry Bridge.
Yeah.
And here's this guy, and he had like a Dodge Dart on the side of the road. And so I figured, well, I'm not going to work. I'm on my way. So I'd see what's going on.
Yeah.
And he says, it just turns over, it wouldn't start. So, in a matter of minutes, oh, there's no spark.
Yep.
Test light, oh, there's no power to your coil. Oh, look at this, there's power on this side of your ignition resistor.
Resistor
I says,
failed.
this will be easy to fix, I says, but if you don't put a new ignition resistor in it, it will fry out your points in your coil.
Yep.
And he says, it's this little part right here. It was like, thank you, didn't charge him anything.
Yep. The door latches aren't working right now, but
That's not a whole car, actually.
yeah, no, like
This is one that you can put a bumper jack on.
Yeah.
I've seen those. Yeah, that's why people don't really understand. That's why these are, because then some had the bumpers with the indents so you could push them along.
Is this a 57?
55.
55. So it's 1 year older than me.
Whole body.
Well, that's why
weight.
it's like I saw this as like, you know, this might put Dad back in memory lane just because these when you were a little kid like Lucas Dillon age,
This is all.
stuff like this was all over the place.
Oh, it was all over the road, yeah.
Yeah, this was all that was on the road. So
It's just like throughout the 70s and even into the 80s, Volkswagen Beetles, they were all over the place.
Oh,
And Squeaky the car,
yeah.
that was the last, 1996 was the last year they made that body style.
yep.
And that's what I got. And so there was a plethora. They had been making them since like 1980 or 81.
Yeah, they made them for forever. That body style.
And those were like Volkswagens. Every other car was a
one of those stupid things.
Still remember getting that car. Praise God, all the way home.
Yep.
That was the newest. It was smashed, yeah, but it was the newest,
nicest.
nicest thing I had ever gotten my hands on.
Yep.
So you're gonna do like a Fab Rats deal and just kind of clean and wax the patina on the.
For now, yeah. So that's the plan for
Caleb's
now is
job.
getting it running and going. But then eventually, it would be nice because this one's in actually such nice condition body wise to actually paint it. And
Take it back to the 50s like Caleb and you want.
can you see the colors that it used to be? That
Is this gonna be Caleb's car? Or?
we split it. He really wanted one, and I saw it, and I really wanted to work on it. So we split the cost, and
And then if they want to sell it, they split it.
so for what we paid, I was like,
Or
yeah,
if one
we
wants
can.
out, you pay for what you paid for it, not what it's worth.
Yep, back in the day, either you give me the car for junk, or maybe I give you $50 for it. Maybe.
Right.
And it should be complete. Radiator,
nice.
battery.
Yeah.
So far, the nastiest part I've seen on it, besides that piston, is the thermostat.
Yeah, who knows if any of the ones you got from your Ford collection will...
Probably not, because it's Buick, so...
Well, it's a so many degree temperature, and
Oh,
if it's
yeah,
a
if it's the right
diameter,
diameter. Yeah, it's true.
it's kind of like, will your
I didn't
valve core work on a Ford? Yeah. Will it work on
Yep, that's true. I didn't even think of that.
On a Mercedes-Benz? Yeah. There's certain other things that won't interchange, but
Right.
this is back also an era where a lot of things interchange.
Yep.
Headlights,
So
taillight bulbs.
the one oddball thing with these that I thought was interesting, it's a little frustrating, is 55 Chevy wheels will not fit. These run a 5-on-5 bolt pattern. All the Chevy stuff, most of the Chevy stuff, with the exception of some of the half-ton trucks, ran 5-on-4 or 5-on-4 3/4 or 5-on-4 1/2. It's one of those. It's like, oh, but Jeep wheels are the same. Jeep wheels run 5-on-5, and some of the half-ton Dodge stuff does. So
Well,
It's a nice.
I know
That part's easy to
Lori's
work.
like, get rid of it with all my junk, but sometimes that junk pays off.
well, that's why I was like, to keep it. The key ignition switch is unlocked still, actually, because you can go tick tick, and it's like, ha. I'm like, well, we don't need to worry about that for now.
Cool.
So
Okay, I'm gonna go inside.
okay.
Yep.
What?
That's it. What's
You
that?
think I'm gonna go? Will you carry me so that I don't have to
Oh,
use
no.
my legs?
Here, we can take a ride in the car.
Ride in the car.
I mean, it's kind of Flintstone powered right now, but
Yeah, the hole in the floor.
actually, the sad part is you couldn't even Flintstone. The hole's not big enough. Oh yeah, the floor, Bevy. I told Dad already. The floor. Okay, I'm gonna let Caleb wait until he gets here to
He
see.
does not know it's that bad.
Oh no, it's not bad at all.
Oh,
It's
really?
only like in this stretch and then a little bit in the trunk.
Yeah.
97% of the floor is solid.
Nice.
It's yeah.
Very nice.
I got the big. You see the big pile of leaves and whatever out there? The big old rat nest in the frame rail that I got out of there. But
Yeah, no, I don't mess with this door too much because it's the glass is all
this door, it's fine. It's got a metal trim around it.
made weird sounds.
Well, yeah, that's that trim rail on the top.
So
The
besides that hole where your feet go,
yeah, that hole where your feet go.
that's the only spot.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a couple little small ones around it, but that's the
fun. That headline is full of leaves.
yeah. I'm sure the headlights and the rats are in there. Yeah, see that piece is supposed to be that. That's the drip rail. See, this one's got a little oopsie up here. That's got to get straightened out. But
Well, I honestly hope the police found that car.
did you have a license plate number to give him? And everything?
I didn't grab a license
Oh.
plate.
Hey, you know what's beautiful?
It was so dusty, and then when he was on pavement, he was too far gone.
You're like,
Because, like I said, he didn't even stop for the stop sign.
yeah. But no, this car is old enough where the head bolts, they're not stretch bolts.
Throw 'em in.
All the upper ones are grade 8s.
You're doing great, babe.
Thank you.
You having fun?
Yeah, I mean the hood irritates me a little bit. It's right at that height.
Yeah.
You know, if you're short, it's great, but at my
But you
height,
gotta be able to get over this.
which
you can't
this
be
is actually
short.
the nice thing about this is you can lay on it.
Yeah, but you
and it's
can't be
comfortable.
short.
Well, you
You
can
gotta
reach
reach
over.
in.
It's nice and comfortable though. It's not like you're like oh.
Well, good job recording and making videos.
Oh yeah, it's still recording time lapse.
Yep.
I figured I'd just do time lapse because like you know.
You gotta stop it
cool.
while you got enough of what you're doing.
Yeah, well, I wanted to have the hood, the head come off.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'll have to get this
I
out of
was
here.
Actually, very surprised that you put it in here.
Well, that was the easiest way to get it off the truck by myself,
Oh,
and then
yeah, because he wasn't here.
I wanted to kind of look underneath it too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, this is why I was pulling the cylinder head off. Besides, this is pretty nasty and crusty in here, so I got to probably pull the other head off at some point here. That's why the air was coming through this hull. Yeah. That's not supposed to be like that. So we got to figure out what happened and clean this thing up. See what we can figure out. The original GM head gasket though. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up, just get the shop vac fired up, suck up some of the other crap so we don't drop any more of that in there, and go from there. Well, we got some bad news on the old 322. I don't know if you can tell, but that's a hole in the cylinder wall. And if you look down that rod, she ain't quite straight. So yeah, we have a bent rod and we got other issues. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do. I think that'll wrap this one up for now. Got other stuff I'm gonna have to work on tomorrow, but now I know why we had why that piston looked funny on the bore scope. So yeah, that's what you get sometimes with the old cars. Gonna probably talk with my buddy who's in with me on this car, and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do. Find a drivetrain setup, what we're gonna do, whether we're gonna find another engine or do a whole drivetrain swap. So I guess we'll have to stay tuned for the next episode of that. I have no idea when it's gonna be though. Could be a couple weeks, could be a month, but we'll see. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I guess go find yourself something to fix.